Good people of Artemisia, all rise and make way for their royal highnesses of Artemisia. Their Royal Highnesses do ask that you make yourselves comfortable. Good people of Artemisia, the thrones of the kingdom sit empty. Before you now comes Sean Kirkpatrick Tarragon by the grace of his inspiration, Kamar al-Nissa, with her consent and support to claim their rightful places upon these thrones. Who among you will recognize this claim?
I, Catherine Anne of Newbury, Seneschal to the kingdom, come before you, your highnesses. Your highness, by what rights do you claim the thrones of Britain?
We claim these rights. We claim these thrones by right of arms, having having defeated all combatants in the 46th crown tourney of Artemisia, held by the grace of Daman and Veronique. And we would ask that the Kingdom Earl Marshal stand witness to our victory.
Your Highnesses, populace, on the day of crown tournament, as Marshal, you hope that the day will be fought cleanly, honorably, and all around in a well manner. His Royal Highness came out and clubbed all the seals who came before him. that it does not do fair justice to the noble warriors that were there that day. But it does do justice how he proceeded through the list. He fought honorably, talentedly, and in complete victory. I do acknowledge your claim, Your Royal Highness. Your Royal Highness.
I concur in this claim that the list was done lawfully and with prowess, with chivalry, and with victory was yours, Sean, your highnesses, with the traditions of the monarchs of this kingdom. Thank you.
Your Royal Highnesses, I am Veronique, one of the newest members of this populace whom you wish to rule.
And I am Elizabeth de Greenhall, and this is my daughter Emily de Greenhall.
We see that your claim to these thrones has been recognized by the Kingdom Seneschal and the Earl Marshal of this kingdom.
Before you are named monarchs of these lands. The people of Artemisia should be assured of your intent to rule this kingdom justly and fairly. On their behalf, we ask your fealty to the kingdom and her people.
Indeed, we will swear fealty.
Rona, Elizabeth, you can join us among the people. Please take. Please take these crowns. Take you these crowns of Artemisia. And join us amongst the people so that we may render our fealty to the populace. Artemisia! It has been a long 2 years that we have been without you, that we have not been able to congregate, due to forces well beyond any of our control. And now that we have an opportunity to have coronation once again, we wish to swear our fealty among you, and we would ask that as we place our hands on these crowns, we swear our fealty to you. We would ask that you join hands and touch these members of the populace so that we may all together be in fealty, that you may hear our words, and you may feel our intent to rule. Please, if you will.
too short. Sorry. Okay. No, don't pull on me.
This day do I
This day do I, Sean Kirkpatrick Tarragon,
render homage and fealty
render homage and fealty
to the crown and kingdom
to the crown and kingdom
of Artemisia. I swear to uphold
I swear to uphold
and strengthen the laws,
and strengthen the laws,
customs and traditions
customs and traditions
of the kingdom as well
as the kingdom as well,
the governing documents of our society.
the governing documents of our society.
I shall be
I shall be
the chief example
the chief example
of chivalry and courtesy,
of chivalry and courtesy,
and shall do my best
and shall do my best
to inspire these virtues
to inspire these virtues
in others.
in others.
I shall be a true
I shall be a true
and faithful ruler
and faithful ruler
of the subjects of the kingdom,
of the subjects of the kingdom,
shall spare no effort
shall spare no effort
for their benefit,
for their benefit,
and maintain impartial justice
and maintain impartial justice
for all in the realm.
for all in the realm.
I shall foster
I shall foster
an atmosphere
an atmosphere
that encourages new
that encourages new
and prospective members
and prospective members
to feel welcome to participate
to feel welcome to participate
in society activities,
in society activities,
and one that encourages
and one that encourages
the populace to participate
the populace to participate
in arts and sciences activities,
in arts and sciences activities,
acting with
acting with
and through the officers
and through the officers
of the realm.
of the realm.
I shall administer the lands
I shall administer the lands
and branches of the kingdom
and branches of the kingdom
to ensure effective
to ensure effective
and healthy functioning
and healthy functioning
of the kingdom.
of the kingdom.
This I swear
This I swear
by these crowns
by these crowns
and all that I hold
and all that I hold
sacred and true.
sacred and true.
So say I.
So say I, Sean Kirkpatrick Tarragon. Witness. Then it is, in accordance with the laws, customs, and traditions of our kingdom, I do name myself Sean Rex Griffiths. Nissa, my love. Thank you in advance. It is my greatest pleasure to name you Nissa Regina Artemisia.
Long live the Queen!
Long live the Queen! Shall we do court?
We shall, Your Majesty.
Thank you all. Please be seated, be comfortable.
Your Majesty, receive now the chains of the state for the Kingdom of Artemisia, brought in by your loyal vassals, Sir Roger and Sir Marcello, of the weight of your office and the endless circle of fealty to your pocket. Your Majesty, receive now the mantles of the state for the Kingdom of Artemisia, brought to you by Viscount Robert and Viscountess Leah. Let these be an outward symbol of the known world of the people whom you rule and represent. Let His Excellency Sherlock come forward with the sword of state of the kingdom.
Oh, good catch. Good catch.
Behold, King's justice. This is the outward symbol of our temporal power in these lands. It has been used to witness great acts of honor, and it has been used to dispense justice in the name of the crown. Today it will be used to witness the fealty of the populace for those who so choose.
Yes. Herein opens the court of Shire and Nissa, the 47th King and Queen of Artemisia. Vivat! 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 Your Majesty's request that all kingdom officers of the Kingdom of Artemisia present yourselves before the royal throne.
All officers or just greater officers?
No.
In service of the kingdom, I'm going to try to keep everybody from tripping over the stuff again. Please place your hands upon the sword of state for local service for the office.
This day do I render homage to my sovereign, the King and Queen of Artemisia. I do swear an oath of service to our King and Kingdom, and I will endeavor to my greatest ability in the execution of this act. So say it.
Linda Wee, Sean, hear these words and accept your oath, and do in return pledge to you that we shall serve you to the best of our abilities, to help you in the functioning of your offices, and to be available to you at your will should you have need of us. These things we swear until these crowns shall pass from our hands, if death take us, or the world ends. Thank you all for your service.
Your Majesty's request that all landed barons and baronesses of Artemisia present yourselves before these royal thrones.
The landed baronage of our lands, of our kingdom, are direct representation throughout the kingdom in our absence. For the crown cannot be everywhere at all times. And the service that all of these people have provided thus far is greatly appreciated. And know that they serve in the name of the crown, and they all serve well, and we are delighted to have you. So please, if you would, place your hands upon the sword of state.
This day do I.
This day do I,
Render homage to my sovereign,
render homage to my sovereign,
the King and Queen of Artemisia.
the King and Queen of Artemisia.
I do swear
I do swear
an oath of fealty
an oath of fealty
to the crown and kingdom of Artemisia.
to the crown and kingdom of Artemisia,
And I endeavor to my greatest ability
and I endeavor to my greatest ability
to rule the lands entrusted to us
to rule the lands entrusted to us
with the utmost fidelity.
with the utmost fidelity.
Linda Wee, Sean,
And we, Nissa,
hear these oaths and accept them, and do for our part, swear to protect you, your baronies, and all of our subjects within. We swear to serve you as best we may in your representation of these lands, and be available to you as necessary should you have any. Thank you. Please take your cornets and be seated. My turn.
All royal peers of Artemisia who wish to swear fealty to the crown present yourselves before the royal throne.
Wait.
All knights of the kingdom and any masters at arms
No,
who wish
you
to swear
could go.
fealty,
I was telling him.
present yourselves before the royal throne.
You want to be up on the on top of the table? No, from the people behind me can't see. There's a few behind. My parents are better door makers than window makers. I'm not secret.
All members of the Order of the Laurel of Artemisia who wish to swear fealty to the crown, present yourselves before the royal throne. All members of the Order of the Pelican of Artemisia who wish to swear fealty to the crown, present yourselves before these thrones.
Did you just fart on him?
I'll get you.
All members of the Order of Defense of Artemisia who wish to swear fealty to the crown, present yourselves before these royal thrones.
I'm gonna go to this side. He just stood right in front of me.
Late as usual.
There. Oh, that works. Put the battery down in front of my shirt.
Right here.
Because then I'm standing in front of y'all.
To the peers of our kingdom,
Right over you.
you have our thanks as always. You are the leaders and teachers of our community. We are grateful for your counsel, and we are grateful for what you do for our kingdom. Please place your hands upon the sword of state.
This day do I,
This day do I, Oni Bora Apollo,
a peer of Artemisia,
a peer of Artemisia,
render homage and fealty
render homage and fealty
to the crown and kingdom of Artemisia,
to the crown and kingdom of Artemisia,
unto whom I offer
unto whom I offer
honor and loyalty,
honor and loyalty,
and such support as it is
and such support as it is
in my power to give.
in my power to give.
These things do I swear
These things do I swear
by this sword in my honor,
by this sword and my honor.
so say I.
So say I, Oni Bora Apollo.
Then do we, Sean,
And we, Nissa,
hear these oaths and know them to be true, and do accept them, and do for our part swear to protect you and your households, and all that should come under your influence. And we swear to you these things until the crowns shall pass from our hands, death take us, or the world end. Thank you all very kindly.
Thank you. Up and up. All right.
Yes, it'd be heavy.
You know,
Feel my feet again.
if you just hold them like this, it'll be okay. With the thumbs in the middle, you know, just in case. No, don't do that.
All members of the populace who wish to swear fealty to come before them at this time.
don't do that, honey. The chair is sinking. You need help? The chair's not. The chair is sinking.
Look.
Where's the step to you?
Here's one.
we are here. Down to the final. We are here to serve you. We're here to do our best. I did mine. Make this dream all that it can be. I came up to inspire you as best we may. To give you a reason to believe. For as it is said in other kingdoms, we rule because we believe. I know it's different for us. We get to be free. You sent us because we got it. And we are honored to have you here. Raise your hand on the seat.
This day do I.
This day do I.
The subject of Artemisia.
The subject of Artemisia.
Render homage and fealty.
Render homage and fealty.
To the crown and kingdom of Artemisia.
To the crown and kingdom of Artemisia.
Unto whom I offer.
Unto whom I offer.
Honor and loyalty.
Honor and loyalty.
And such support.
And such support.
As it is within.
As it is within.
My power to give.
My power to give.
These things do I swear.
These things do I swear.
By this sword.
By this sword.
And by my honor.
And by my honor.
So say I.
So say I.
Then do we, Sean,
And we need that.
hear these oaths and know them to be true and do accept them. And do for our part swear to protect you and your household and to serve you as best we may in your realization of your dreams within our society. These things we swear until these crowns shall pass from our hands, death take us, or the world end. Thank you all.
King is in trouble. He won the crown back.
Oh no, he got it on the heart of the animal. At least the kingdom.
Taylor. Your Excellency. Artemisia, thank you. Thank you, always. The outpouring of support since Crown has been just overwhelming. We greatly appreciate everything. As we mentioned in our fealty oath, it has been a long 2 years. We have been away from each other for far too long, and regrettably, much of our interactions has been online. We give enormous credit to their graces, Daman and Veronique, our King of Seneschal, Catherine and Fiametta, for quite frankly what I consider to be a miraculous endeavor to keep us all connected as best we can throughout this last reign. However, the SCA is a community. In this last year, when we've seen interviews of so many prominent names, when the question gets asked, what keeps you coming back? The answer has always been people, family. But these are my people. We've been away for so long, and all of our interaction has largely been online. And we wanted to take a moment as we begin to have in-person events again. We need to remind everybody that social media is a really terrible platform for conveying simple and or complex ideas. The society is here. The society is amongst us. The society is where we can be together. The society does not exist exclusively on Facebook. As we gather again, we need to give each other some grace for some of what we have seen or read online, and perhaps how we have interpreted what others have said. There is a mix in communication of what was said by one person and what was heard by another person that does not tell the whole story. It does not tell the story that you get when you have a face-to-face conversation and you have nonverbal communication. It is going to take us a while for us to learn how to people again. And in that, we ask you all to have those conversations and to talk to people face to face and remember why we all love all of this. And as this is one of the first events where we have been able to gather in mass, and quite frankly, we don't know how many more we will have. There are so many things going on with this virus, we don't know. Enjoy the company of our society while you can. Please give each other some grace as we come out of this and we learn to socialize again. And remember that we are here because of the people.
Their Royal Majesties of Artemisia call into their presence their Graces, Germaine MacMillan and Veronique L'Innocente.
Too late.
No running away. Yeah.
Go there. Your Grace, I don't know that we had a proper opportunity to fire you.
It was kind of like you just weren't here anymore.
I seem to recall there was some desire not so long ago for you to be fired. We were happy to accommodate you.
Yeah. So we wanted to call you up here and let you know that you are officially fired.
As I mentioned just now, their Graces and what they did to keep us all connected throughout the pandemic years was a Herculean task. They did not sign on for this. There was no way for them to know when they entered Crown that this would be what it is. And you have been gracious enough to recognize many members of your court with the Gratia Corona, ourselves included. And that is a great honor. And you doing the bestowing upon those, there's not been an opportunity for you to be recognized for the tremendous task that you took on. You kept us engaged in ways that other kingdoms simply did not or would not. No other kingdom has held virtual courts the way that you have to keep us all engaged. And we have something to do.
The burden of the crown is not one to be taken lightly, and none who take the griffin throne do so with faint heart. But truly, may they reign forever was never meant as a curse. Thus, as blessing, we, Sean and Nissa, rightful monarchs of Artemisia, do bestow upon Germaine MacMillan and Veronique L'Innocente an augmentation of arms for their service to this kingdom during this dark plague. Said augmentation to be determined after consultation with our heralds, to be added to their arms, confirmed I hear, award, grant, and patent. I will read Damon's first. Gules, a pile throughout bendy, sinister, azure, and or between two roses, slip and leaves argent. To pure in pale, a fleur-de-lis and a bouquet of 4 columbines, argent. Additionally, upon consultation with Golden Wing Herald, we grant unto him the right to have in this full achievement of arms the royal griffin maintaining an hourglass in any heraldic tincture appropriate to the display.
Because time.
All this done by our hands this 11th day of September, Anno Societatis, thank you, 56, being 2021 in the Common Era. Sean, Rex, Nissa, Regina, Regina. 3 cheers for the awesome work that their graces presented to this kingdom during these dark plague years. Vivat! 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 Vivat!
These scrolls are the work of His Excellency Count Hermit Michael. This is something that we knew before we entered Crown that we wanted to do. And sometimes I actually let Conahern get away with telling me how things are going to be around here. Because I wanted you to have a griffin with an infinity symbol, but apparently the infinity symbol is not quite here yet. So with that. So you get the hourglass instead, representative of your eternal time. You guys have served our kingdom far more than what is expected of the crown.
Again, for their unswerving diligence and dedication to this kingdom during these dark times. Vivat! 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 Their Majesties do request that their children, Quentin and Ziva, present themselves.
He's back there somewhere.
Go ahead, just go.
Since she's still just mom. So, to the people of Artemisia, these are some familiar faces to you. Only caller. Only caller, yeah. And one's driving now. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just did that to make y'all feel old.
They both drive. Now one of them drives a car and the other one still drives.
It is a tradition in our kingdom that the children of the crown be recognized as royale, prince and princess royale, and we appreciate the honors that you give to our children. But as in previous reigns, we will ask you, what does this entitle to you? Absolutely nothing. We appreciate that the respect that you all give to our children and understanding the difficult times it can be for them when we, can't be everything to them as we try to be so often.
No.
So it is that any of you countries Prince Thank you both for the support you give us during our reign. It really means a lot to us. And I know that you take away some of our time, or we try to get some of that back. I appreciate you.
for the Prince and Princess Royale of Artemisia. Vivat! 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 Their Majesties call before their royal presence, Sir Gabriel Robertson.
Sir Gabriel. So last night, as I was in some contemplation, I decided I wanted to have a reception. The reception quickly turned into a vigil. Not quite at all what I had in mind, but it was apparently what I was getting, and it was absolutely what I needed. And in the very beginning of that, your immediate response was, "Hey man, can we make a party?" Because if there's anybody I'm going to trust with making the party, it's going to be Kid. He went and got his torch, and he brought everybody out to camp, and while I was sitting talking with everybody, he was making sure everybody's having a good time. So that's what he does. Gabe has been part of the society for most of his life. Like I started very young in the society. Gabe, you have a love for what we do that is absolutely infectious. You make people want to love what we do. In our last reign, Her Majesty was saying, boy, if you ever have a royal room, you definitely want to have a royal room. I cannot say enough about the impact you have on the people around you. When it may seem like I'm just out having a good time, but the collateral damage, if you will, the auxiliary effect of that, makes people want to be part of this.
Let it be known to all subjects throughout our noble realm, from the burning red sands of the south to the windswept peaks of the north, that we, Sean Kirkpatrick Tarragon and Kamar al-Nissa Anatolia, monarchs of Artemisia, have taken note of the long and faithful service given unto our fair kingdom by Gabriel Robertson, and are well pleased. He has caused great mirth to be enjoyed throughout our kingdom, and has given mightily of himself for the well-being of others. In recognition of this, we do this day confer upon him the dignity, honor, and splendor of a baron of our court. To use and display a baronial coronet upon pain of anathema, let none gainsay this, our royal edict, as proclaimed on this 11th day of September in the 56th year of the society, being the year 2021 by the common reckoning.
There's a reason this is first piece of business. We wanted to do this. Certainly since I we love the way we shared it. Just even just bringing more to them. We got So, again, it is our pleasure at this time to name you Sir Gabriel, Baron of Artemisia.
3 cheers for our newest Baron of the Court! Vivat!
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 Every good bushwhacking, there's kind of a setup. So, George Lee, of course, let's go about this. Glad we could make it. What she doesn't know
There are those within the kingdom whose noble demeanor and special contributions have enriched our realm in ways undefinable and are deserving of much honor. So do we, Sean and Nissa, rightful king and queen, do name our subject Sarah von Furbach, a baroness of the court of Artemisia. Being 2021 in the common era. Sean, Rex Griffiths, Nissa, Regina.
Now, I want you to understand that this, you two getting them together has nothing to do with you two being together. It was definitely a decision that was made individually.
Sarah, you were a babe in arms at the first crown tournament of our kingdom. You have grown with the kingdom, and the kingdom has grown with you. And as such, we feel that you are one of the few representations of how the kingdom has grown. There are very few people of your age who were babe in arms who are still here at a mistress of the world and still participating and still making our kingdom and our society better. You were here at the beginning and you're still here. And that means the world to us. So it was our pleasure now. Canadian, Sarah. Baroness of our court. Your scroll is in process. We'll give that to you.
I would like to say that this scroll was done by Sir Balinor of Buckingham. 3 cheers for our newest pair of court barons of Artemisia. Vivat! 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 All right. At this point in time, their majesties would request before them those who have agreed to serve on their respective guards during this reign, which shall last forever. The Queen's courtiers, Master Lawrence Bacon, Captain. Connor McMichael, Master. His Lordship Beleth. His Lordship Lyon. His Lordship Ulrich von Grimm. Her Ladyship Sophia, Ivor's daughter. Right. The Royal Guard. Lord Daniel the Blind, Captain. Lord Ian McKellar. Ladyship Erin de Paladin. Lady Ursa.
Noble Ursa.
The Rapier Guard. And mighty this person must be, for they are the only one on the list. Oh, Lord Rasmussen.
We'd also call up Lady Sigrid.
Finally, the chosen 7. Sir Fedor, the Knight Counselor. His Lordship Magnus Stonesetter. His Lordship Augmenter Rook. Duchess Vigdis Harkin's daughter. Baroness Mary.
Doing this job takes a family. It takes a village, and these are the people who have agreed to serve on our retinue as various members of Guard, Rapier Guard, Courtiers, Chosen 7, etc. We are grateful for your willingness to not only serve, but to stand as an example for the populace of service, of prowess. I'm grateful to all of you. We have mantles for the Queen's Courtiers. And these are Kingdom of Artemisia, so they have to be checked. We have all of them. So, we'll hand them out that way. No, there's one that's different, and they can also figure that out.
Y'all can figure that out.
We have asked Master. Yes, Cristiano. We've asked Master Lawrence to be the captain of the courtiers. We've asked him to lead these fine gentles to help them on their path in rapier arts. We're grateful for your service. Having named you Master Lawrence, right? Delight. Thank you. Likewise, we've asked Sir Fedor to stand as Knights Counselor for our chosen seven, to give them guidance and give them counsel, to help them set the best example we possibly can. As it turns out, yes, the favors that we have for you all were a bit of a casualty of a short run up to this whole operation. So we will be getting those favors to you throughout, and we've so far named 4 of the chosen 7. We will be naming the other 3 in consultation with our current members of the chosen 7. We wanted to bring up the guard at first because we have tournaments coming up today that we'll be fighting throughout the day, and we encourage all the members of the populace to look to these people as examples, seek them out, to do combat with them. And we've asked my good squire, Daniel LeBlanc, to be captain of the guard. So thank you all for your service, and we look forward to spending time with you throughout the day.
Thank you, everybody.
Tom.
3 cheers for these who are willing to serve on the Royal Guards of Artemisia. Vivat!
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 I have been instructed by His Grace, Daman, to make the following proclamation. If you were awarded a scroll but did not receive it, contact her grace.
Contact who?
Her
Grace.
Her Grace. Yes. Very.
All right. I would like to announce that we have a largesse derby which is taking place immediately after this court, right here in this very spot. Please come out and take a look at all the cool stuff. Oh, there she is.
Her Excellency Malkin is running up the largesse derby, and we appreciate her efforts to make this happen, and to all who have contributed to that, so that we may share the wealth of the kingdom.
Did you have anything else you needed to add? Okay.
So, tournaments coming up. We are doing Queen's Champion and Kingdom Rapier Champion. These are going to be speed tourneys. The list should be closed at this point, so if you haven't signed up, it's too late. List will begin, it is 2:30 right now. List will begin at 3 o'clock.
Here in recess of the court of their Artemisian Majesty, you have their leave to make do with the remainder of the day.